Hey everybody, it's Nooch. And a couple friends of Nooch's asked him how he makes his thumbnails or if he could show them how. So Nooch thought he'd just make a video. It's much easier and than explaining and talking about step by step. But we're going to go step by step with Nooch showing how he makes his thumbnails. Now before we jump into it, one thing to keep in mind. Nooch is not a graphics expert. So we're telling this right now. A month and a half ago, Nooch had no clue what he was doing. Go back and look at the Porganize video. One of the very first videos Nooch did. You will see there a very basic thumbnail that Nooch is working on. So this is not perfect. Nooch realizes there are probably better ways to do this. And Nooch realizes that you, listening to this and shaking your head, are probably a graphics expert. But Nooch is not. So Nooch is going to show how he puts his thumbnails together for his friends. And you can take it or leave it, up to you, but this has become a pretty simple and effective method for Nooch. So let's get started. As you can see, Nooch has Paint 3D open, and that is comes basic with Microsoft Windows, and we're on Windows 10. Nooch has GIMP. You can download GIMP for free, GNU Image Manipulation Program, GIMP. When Nooch's friend Bricko told him he was using that. So didn't get any lessons, but got the reference to the program. And now Nooch has figured out how to use it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a thumbnail. We're going to make the thumbnail for this video. And since Nooch plays Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed and Nooch plays Lego Star Wars Battles, we're going to kind of combine the both. We're going to start off, we're going to make this screen here, which is part of our video that we made today for LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed. We did our 30-day brick building. We're going to use this as our background. So let's go ahead and get started on that. And first we're going to we're just going to do an Alt print screen. So we have printed that screen. Thank you very much. We saved it. Why is that up? Never seen that before. It must be coming with the recorder. So now we're going to go into Paint 3D. We're just going to paint that image. And that's it. So now it is, we're not going to paint it, we're going to paste it. So we've pasted that image. Then we're going to go to crop it. We're going to get it down just to the basics. We're not going to be real careful here, and I'll show you why in a minute. It's easier if you can just have a little fun with it. So there we do. We're done cropping. So there's our basic picture. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our canvas and manipulate it. Over here you see that we're at 1370 by 650. We really want to be in the 2000s, 2500 for this first box. It's just a matter of being easier to manipulate. It also just, Nooch doesn't know the lingo, but it makes it bigger. It makes it a little easier to work with. Plus when we put our lettering in, when we measure the lettering for the picture, it's going to start off bigger, and that'll help us too. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to resize this canvas like Nooch was saying. So you see those numbers on the right going up, the width and the height. And we can back out a little bit just with our roller on our mouse. We're going to take this up to like 20. Here we go. We'll take it up to 2900. So there we are, 2900. That's where we want that to be. Now, we're going to uncheck the resize image with canvas box. We're going to make this canvas even a little bit bigger. So there's our bigger canvas. And we're going to fiddle around with this. And then we're going to take this image. So let's select it. We're going to spin our image around. And then we're going to make it bigger. So we're going to expand this image across our canvas to make it bigger, and then we can move it around inside, whatever. We can fiddle with it and make it fit our canvas. So let's back out a little bit. We want to make it cover our whole canvas. Okay, and we want to put it a little bit up here because this is kind of shows a little more of what Nooch is doing. And we can let's zoom in here. How do we zoom in? Here we go. We're zooming in. Okay, so now we got that. This is going to be the background for our picture. We got a little white in the corner there. Well, we can cut it off a little bit later. No big deal. So second step we're going to do is we are going to, do we have that pulled up? Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull Darth Vader out of this template that Nooch has. So Nooch has this template for Lego Star Wars battles. We don't want any of this other stuff here. We just want Darth Vader. So let's do another print screen. Okay, thank you. We got a notification. We printed screen. Then we're going to go right back to our Paint 3D. We're going to paste it. That didn't work. Let's undo that. Not sure where that. So let's Alt print screen and see if that does a little better. There we go. We could actually just copy this. What are we thinking? Let's just copy it. Nooch is a bit discombobulated. Never done a class like this before. Okay, so there we've got it painted. You can still see our image behind us. Here is the new image. So what we're going to do with this image is we're going to magic select. And that is a tool in Paint 3D that lets you pull out individual images out of photos or out of any image. So we're going to try and get Darth Vader out of here. Actually, we're going to successfully get Darth Vader out of here with nothing around him. So we click on Paint Magic Select. We focus in on our area, which is just Darth Vader. We click Next. Now you see it has magically selected all of Darth Vader. Sometimes it doesn't. And you'll see it a little bit. We're going to do that with the lettering. And you'll see how Nooch has to pick the lettering and do a little bit more effort to get the picture. But the good thing is that if it doesn't pick it out and you got to draw lines, zoom in real close and draw careful lines. And it'll pick out your image for you perfectly. So now that that's done, Nooch wonders if that works because he's done that before with this image several times. So we're going to pull this out of the way. We're going to back up. We're going to delete. We're going to delete this. Yeah, we're going to delete this template here. So it's gone. So now we've just got Darth Vader. Now that's a little small. That's not going to, no one's going to notice Darth Vader sitting right there. So we're going to make Darth Vader bigger. Okay. Now here's Darth Vader. Let's see where he goes better. Kind of goes better over here, doesn't he? Like he kind of maybe sticks out a little better over here. And let's zoom out a little bit and let's spin him a little bit. You go this way. No, we want him going this way. This feels much better on the eye. Nooch is not an artist, again, not an expert, but here we're going to do Darth Vader. We can have maybe our lettering go how to make thumbnails. That's what we'll do. We'll go how to make thumbnails. So we'll have Darth Vader hovering over, choking the life out of making. Look, we can even reverse him if we want. Oh, that didn't work. We can reverse Darth. Yeah, we're not doing that. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna put him back, and we want it 0. It gives you nice numbers. See, you know when you get back to 0, you're at home. And if we zoom out, we know here. See, we are at well now we're at 0% because that's where we set it. But you can tell when it gets back to 0, when it's at 90. So you can really do a good job squaring your stuff up. It's real easy to do with the degrees that are in the tool, in Paint 3D. So there you go. So we have our background now with Paint 3D. Now, if you wanted to do lettering that goes over Darth Vader, what you want to do right now is go to Menu and save this as an image. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's save this as an image. We're going to change it to... Well, we're loading, so we're going to change this to a JPEG. I think it works just fine as a PNG. Nooch has just gotten in the habit of doing a JPEG. That's fine. Let's save, and let's just put it in our F drive. So where all of our stuff is. So we're going to save it there. We're going to call it how to. Oh, wait, we've got a. Nooch takes that back. We got this. We got how to make a thumbnail. How to make a thumbnail. There we go. So we have that saved. So let's go ahead and we're going to close out of this completely now. Don't save. We're going to close out of this. We don't need it anymore. Here's some videos Nooch has. Okay, so let's go get our how to make a thumbnail. Were we just in there and Nooch wasn't paying attention? Yes. So here it is. You can see it right there. We are going to right click and we're going to edit this with Paint 3D. It'd be just as easy to copy it, open Paint 3D and paste it in there, but let's go ahead and edit it with Paint 3D. Let's take a look at our canvas. You can see it's still the same size. Our edges have been cut off a little bit. Let's zoom in a little bit more, or let's do a little bit of a crop here because we want that corner out. So let's get that corner out. There we go. Done. Okay. So there is our background image for how to make a thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. So next step is the words. So we've got our background, we've got our Darth Vader up front. Now we're going to get the words. Nooch uses this Star Wars font generator. You can see we've already typed how to make a thumbnail. And we've got it down here in several different types of Star Wars fonts. There are fonts for everything. Google search them. Nooch found a Marvel font and typed demo. I got it in every kind. We got the basic here. We got Star-Lord demo. We got whatever, Captain America demo. And it looks like you have to download these, but you could probably just do a screenshot of these and then copy and paste them in there. And I'll show you what you're going to do in a second. So there's different ways to do it. So we're just going to take this one right here. This is the base one that Nooch works with. So take it. We got black letters on white background. You want some serious contrast like that. And black and white seems to work the best because this is really a colorful picture. I think if I had like yellow on blue, it might be tough to distinguish it from the background stuff. So we're going with black on white. We're going to scroll down here to download the image in JPEG. Then we're just pulling it up. There it is in a JPEG. How to make a thumbnail. We're going to right click it. We're going to copy it. We're going to go back to our Paint 3D. Where is it? There we go. We're going to paste that Paint 3D right here. Now you see it's really small, and this is why Nooch was saying that you want this to be over 3,000 when you look at the canvas size, because if you have, did that just do that? Well, Nooch just messed up. We're going to have to go backward. But if you have really small lettering like this, and we're going to take it over into GIMP, and we're going to give it a little outline and some coloring. If we tried to do that with really small lettering, and then we made it really big after it was small initially, it wouldn't take very well. So you need to make it big initially, so that when you put the coloring in, you bring it over, it looks better. So maybe we'll put how to make a thumbnail right there. That'll fit. So first we're going to do how to make. Let's make it a little bit taller and a little bit wider. And then we're going to go to Magic Select again. Now we're going to eliminate everything except how to make. And we're going to click Next. We're on Magic Select. We clicked Next. Now see, it's got the W lit up and nothing else. So we're going to click on these letters. Click in thick black areas on these letters. Otherwise, it picks up some white stuff, and you don't want that. Now you can also see, so that's all we want, how to make. You can also see we want to get rid of the white in there in the A and a little bit of white on that M. So we're going to click up here on Remove. We're going to zoom in, scroll over. So we want to get as close as we can to this because we're going to click on that white area, like right here, because we want it to eliminate all that. And boom, can we get a little more? Yeah, there, we're going to eliminate that. We want to get rid of this little white too. It looks a little hinky. Yeah, don't like that at all. You don't want those little stuff into the letters. So we might want to might actually leave this one, but let's see one more time. Let's see how it looks from afar. It looks all right. So you can see even there's a little hitch in there. We're okay. When we back up, you don't see it as much, and it's a thumbnail. So people really are just going to see it and go to it. We click Done. We're going to cut this, and be careful with your cutting. So we're going to cut it. We're going to delete this big white box. We're going to open GIMP. Okay, now in GIMP, you're going to go to File, New. You're going to leave all this the same. The only thing you're going to change is onto the advanced options. You're going to fill with transparency and click OK. And it's going to open this nice background for you. This is a layer also, it's called. Right click, edit, paste. How to make. We see it right there in front of us. Now, if your words are taking up more, are not encompassed by the layers. So if this was cut off like here to here, we had to get it bigger, you can right click on here, go to image, and you're going to scale the image. And as you scale the image, you want to scale the image or do you want to scale the layer? No, you want to, well, you can scale, yeah, scale the layer. So you want to scale the layer, scale the image, fiddle with it. Nooch can't remember exactly now, but we fiddle with it so you can see all your letters. Well, we can see them all right now, so we're fine. And the next thing to do is go up here and click on this wand, the fuzzy select tool. Click on that. Click anywhere out in the open because we're trying to get rid of this little background here because that's going to impede us. Okay, now over the right, we just got the one background and we don't have the little lines around our letters anymore. We're going to right click and choose Alpha to Selection. And we're going to get our little lines back again. Right click in one of the letters, select, grow. This is going to give us a border. And you'll see in a minute. Now, Nooch wants to make this kind of a thick border because when we look back at this picture, it's pretty colorful. So we need some really thick black border to draw our letters out. So we're going to put this up to, let's see how 20 works for us. Click OK. And you see there's our border. That's good. So here are our letters, and this is the border. It's a nice thick border. We're going to make it black here in a minute. So our next step is get off this fuzzy select. We're going to go to the bucket fill tool. Okay. Nooch has uploaded patterns. The primary pattern Nooch uses is this gold Lego brick. You can upload any patterns you want. You see them up here. There's a bunch of gold. There's a bunch of Lego bricks up here. You can upload any pattern you want. You just have to get an image off the internet, save it as a JPEG, and then drop it into the patterns folder in GIMP in your Windows folder structure. So you can find it. Go into Program Files, find GIMP. Just do a search for patterns. You'll find the folder. You can freeform drop a JPEG image in there, and you can use it as a pattern. So it can be anything you want. Or you can just do color fills, which we're also going to do that. So Nooch has a pattern fill. It's a gold Lego. FYI, Nooch, if you look back at Nooch's videos, you're going to see that early on, Nooch was doing lettering of Legos and bordering of Legos of different colors, choosing different color combinations. And they weren't really sticking out. It didn't really help. So Nooch had to go back to just the old faithful. Now we're just going to fill these up while we're talking, okay? And I usually click them twice because you see it's kind of a dull yellow. Now it's a bright yellow. Nooch had to go back to the basics, and he looked at a bunch of creators' thumbnails, and they all invariably just use a black outline. And that black outline is simple, but it makes your words stick out. It makes the letters pop out of an image. Come on, there you go. It makes the letters pop out of an image. You can see we got a little bit of maybe slight pixelation up here at the top of the O's, but not worried about it. It's fine. So after we fill the letters, we filled each one individually. We go up to the color fill. Now Nooch has this set on black. And you can see up here, current black, old black, and you can do this is the same as any color wheel that you use on any program you've ever used. You can find a color, put it in there, select it, it's fine. We're just going to go with black. We're going to hold it over the outline, just right here in the middle, and click it. Now we have a nice black outline. Nice, thick, black outline. And there is our lettering. So our next step, we're just going to come up here, we're going to right-click, and we're going to copy it. Sometimes it's a little funky. It copies like a black box around it. I think you have to come up in here and actually left click on here with your index finger, and then right click and copy to get the best thing. We go back to our picture. We paste it. Oh, see there, it had the old thing. So we're gonna go back to GIMP. Let's try and copy that again. Really not sure how that happens when it happens, but it's a little goofy sometimes, and that's what goes down. So here we go. We have our big lettering. We're going to put it over Darth Vader. How to make. There is a little translucency in this black, and Nooch has not figured that part out yet, but you can still pretty much see the lettering, and I'm not too worried about it. So we're going to leave it right here. Good. Then we're going to pull back this. Copy it. Paste it. We're going to go through the same process again. So Nooch is going to go a little bit faster this time. Try to make this the same size. And you can always fiddle around with the size afterward, but you're best trying to get it, similar right now if you can. Need a little thicker on that H. Still need a little thicker, don't we? How about them apples? That looks about right, but I think it's too tall, yeah. Okay. So this will help it to, when we do this a thumbnail part, it'll help it to, when you put it in GIMP, it'll look like the real thing. If you make it small, it's going to come out really kind of funky. You want to try and get it to the right size on this page. Whoop, 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 undo. Okay, we want to magic select. We click crop there. Whoa, we just messed up the whole thing. Let's cancel. Look at that. So Nooch off clicked, and there you go. We're making some mistakes here for you so you can see how to correct your mistakes. I told you, Nooch is not an expert. We're learning ourselves. So here we go. Let's get this H a little thicker. That is a little bit too thick. That looks about right. Now let's get it to the right size. And good enough. You don't have to get it perfect. You know, you don't have scientists looking at your thumbnails to make sure they're perfect. I mean, if you want to, fine, if that's your deal. Okay, do not click crop. Click magic select. Okay. Bring it in. Next. And we're going to start picking the letters again. Click on the big, thick black areas here. Because here, I'll show you what happens if you click on like a little bit white off to the side of the black. Watch this. Oh, it's got the letter and it's got the white dot, and it added in some white over here because it's using its AI to figure out that's what you wanted, but that's not what you wanted. So stay on that dark black lettering. Now we want to remove. We're going to zoom in. And let's remove this sucker. Can we get this? We tried it last time. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that was really nice. And let's get this A here and skadoosh done. We're going to pull that out. We're going to cut that. Cut. Delete this. Highlight it. Press delete on your keyboard. Get rid of it. Go back over to GIMP. You're going to click. Now you can do it all again, and that's fine. Or you can just click on undo history right here on this tab. Scroll up. Go back to your base image. Now we're starting from scratch. Paste. All right, good, perfect. So this is a little bit too big for our layer. So let's scale the image. Let's make it a little bit smaller. We want to make the width about 1750, and it should auto adjust the height for that. Yeah, there we go. And then scale it. Ah, that didn't work. Look, it's still, now it's smaller, but we still can't see it. We need to make, let's see, is it the image or the layer? So we are going to, we scaled our image. Canvas size, is that right? Yeah. 2500 on the canvas size. The height doesn't matter. The height is okay. Oh, and look. Yeah, this is how we do it. Okay. So go to, instead of that first thing I did, just ignore that. Go to canvas size. Select, or you're going to, let's do it all from scratch. Click on the image. Go to layer. Then go here to, go to image. Start over. Right click, image, canvas size. With me? Okay. Then we're going to make our canvas wider. We don't really care about height because the height is fine. Then down here we kind of reposition where our image is. We click resize and boom, there it is. Go back to our fuzzy select tool, click on the canvas, right click, alpha to selection, right click in there, select, grow. We've already got set to 20. That's good. Go to our paint bucket. Go back to our tool options, pattern fill. There's our yellow. Double click to make a bright yellow. Got some black marks in there. It's okay. You can be a perfectionist and that's fine, but Nooch has not been, and nobody's complained so far. Although someone will complain now. You can't see Nooch's face. It's a brilliant face Nooch is making right now. All right. Go in here and click on that fill. We're going to fill in the little bee holes. Can we say that? All right, there we got a thumbnail. We're going to click with our index finger up here. We're going to copy it. Go back to our Paint 3D. Let's see if it worked this time. There we go. So just index finger click on the layer outside helped a lot. So that'll be good. make this a little bigger. How to make a thumbnail. Oh, we didn't put a little black. I don't like that. Let's go put a little black in that. Undo. We didn't fill in this A with a little black. That just makes the A's really need that middle filled in. They look kind of dicey without that. Whoa. What just happened? What just happened? Let's see if it copied. It did, and I don't care what just happened. I'm probably making real graphic artists throw up at this moment, but that's fine. This can work for you. So here is our thumbnail. How to make a thumbnail. We have our background. We've got Darth Vader pulled out from our other image. We got our lettering pulled out, manipulated, and made so it sticks out. We're going to go up here to menu. We're going to save as an image. We're going to save it as the how to make. We're going to resave the how to make a thumbnail. Right there is a JPEG. And boom. That's it. You're done. Now you just upload that as your thumbnail for the video. You'll see that this is the thumbnail. And that's how Nooch makes thumbnails. Yeah, it might be bulky, might be a little tricky, but honestly, once you get the hang of it, this is a maximum 5-minute process to make these thumbnails. And you can do it really effectively with any background picture, any foreground picture, any other pictures you want, and make the lettering stick out as much as you want. You can make that black outline thicker or thinner. Totally up to you. That is all Nooch has for you today. But always remember, Nooch too good.